Hi everybody, Katie Eccles here from PRAI Beauty, and I'm going to introduce you to the PRAI Neckcial. Now, one of the most asked questions that I ever get is, why do I need a neck cream? And the simple answer that I always give is, in the same way that you buy a lip cream for your lips, an eye cream for your eyes, a hand cream for your hands, a body cream for your body, the neck and décolletage is a very different skin to, for example, your upper arm skin. It's much finer. It's more similar to the eye area, very delicate. It's constantly being ravaged by clothing that absorbs the moisturizer. We've got central heating, we've got air conditioning, we've got obviously the weather, the elements of sun, weight loss, weight gain, smoking, non-smoking. All of those things make a big difference to the neck and décolletage area here. It can age up to 20 times faster than the face. So we want to really protect it, look after it, and actually really give it the nourishment and the hydration and the protection that it needs from a collection of products that have been designed specifically for the neck and décolletage. So I'm going to introduce you to the PRAI Beauty Neckcial. So step one is all about skin cleansing and skin preparation. And this is done just basically to remove any dirt from the skin surface, to brighten the skin surface. So our triple action tonic here has got lactic acid, salicylic acid and papain enzyme. And it's really going to brighten the skin, open the pores, clean the skin and remove any dead skin cells that can actually be making the skin look rather dull. So shake the bottle just to mix all the ingredients, and I'm just going to dampen a cotton wool pad. And Debbie here is lovely and clean, she's all showered, but obviously if your customers are coming in straight off the street, the beauty of a Neckcial is that they don't need to take all their clothes off, they don't need to take their makeup off. We're literally working on this area here. So I've saturated the cotton pad, I'm going to just swoop it across the skin. It's lovely and cooling, isn't it, Debbie, nice. On the skin? Yeah. Feels nice.
Very nice.
Working on the skin. And that's actually going to, and you'll see that little bit of makeup residue may just come off, which is great because that means it's doing what it's supposed to do. You then would just dampen off any residue with a tissue. And that's your first step, cleansing. Step two of the Neckcial is the Ageless Throat and Décolletage Serum. Serums are a lighter molecular structure. They go in first into the skin, and if the skin is thirsty, it'll be really absorbed nice and easily, which is brilliant. Now, between each client, make sure that you sanitize it. So I've got a little bit of hand sanitizer on a tissue here, and I'm just going to run the roller balls over that to make sure that they're nice and clean. And I'm showing the client that as well, so she knows that these are hygienic in between each customer sitting in the chair. So the Ageless Throat and Décolletage Serum is designed to be either used alone. So if you're a younger skin, maybe just seeing the very first signs of cleavage crinkles, first signs of aging, right the way up to a much maturer skin that may have sun damage, necklace lines, tree trink lines, maybe some of the jowls across the bottom here, the chipmunk jowls, some of the nasal labial folds are leaving a little fold of skin a bit deeper here. This is perfect for that. It's got hematite in there, which is a collagen boosting ingredient. It's really going to work on the skin. Got goldenrod in there, again, really potent, powerful. We've got hyaluronic acid in there, and it's all a combination of all of those ingredients are going to boost your collagen. They're going to smooth out the deeper creases and help plump the skin and really nourish the skin. 3 little clever rollerball heads, okay, that work in synergy with each other. So squeeze the tube, it's a generous size, squeeze the tube to release some of the serum and making sure that it doesn't drag on the skin. And then literally starting down in the cleavage area, I would draw in circles or in lines, focusing on where the client has got more of a problem. So she does have those really deep creases along the chest line here, which often come from sun damage, weight loss, weight gain, then focus on those. In this case, Debbie's got a beautiful neck, but she does have a little bit of neck lining here. If you just tilt your neck to the side, Debbie, and off to there, yeah, you can just see, what I'm going to do here is draw into those lines, focusing a little bit more on those. And at home, when the client's using it on their own, that's what they would be doing as well. Don't forget to draw it along the jawline. You can roll it along, you can draw it along underneath the chin, all of that. And if there's an excess of serum, then just pat it into the skin. As long as it doesn't feel wet on the skin, and let that dry. The important thing is that the skin's really absorbing that and enjoying those potent ingredients. So that's the second part of your PRAI Neckcial, the Ageless Throat and Décolletage Serum. The third step in your PRAI Beauty Neckcial is the moisturisation. So I've got 2 little pots here. We've got for day and for night. These 2 powerhouse packed moisturisers are going to not only nourish and hydrate, they're going to firm, lift, brighten and tighten the skin. So for day, we've got SepiLift in there, which is a plant-based elastomer. It's stretchy, there's a bounce almost to the moisturiser. You can probably see that's a little bit of a wiggle here, and that's going to really put a stretchy veil onto the skin that's going to keep the skin where it's supposed to be. It's got hyaluronic acid in there, it's got shea butter for moisturisation. Obviously hyaluronic acid is for boosting hydration, and moisture holds 1,000 times its own weight in water. Shea butter is massively nourishing. It's really going to help the skin look and feel better, but also seal in that serum that we've placed on the second layer. So take a small amount in a spatula, again for hygiene reasons. Now I put this into the palm of my hand and I warm it between my hands. And the reason I do that is, even on myself, it just means that I'm smoothing up. You are not over rubbing this in. We've got that plant-based elastomer in there, SepiLift. We don't want to break down the technology. So it's nice and smooth on my hands here. And then I'm literally going to smooth it up Debbie's neck here. And I know my hands are cool, Debbie, but you can feel that literally. The coolness feels lovely. And as you can see here, I'm not rubbing it. I'm not massaging the cream. I'm smoothing it on. Another little nice neck yoga here. So Debbie, if you want to look at 10 o'clock effectively, a little bit up, and just stretch that. You can see there's a lovely stretch here now on Debbie's neck. And again, that's beautiful to then just smooth the cream all the way up to the back of the ears. If you do the same the other way for me, again, just bring it all of the way up through the back of the neck on here. Now, I'm not going to rub that in anymore. I'm literally going to leave it to dry on the skin. It'll take a couple of moments, but you can see already the hydration. It's looking better. It's feeling better, I'm sure, isn't it, Debbie? It feels really nice.
Lovely.
Perfect. And using that every morning is going to put that protective veil onto the skin to keep it that way throughout the day. You think about all of the elements that are dehydrating our neck and décolletage. And just remember that your neck ages 20 times faster than your face. At night time, we developed the Ageless Throat and Décolletage Cream Night, which has got 2 types of retinol, microencapsulated for slow releasing, so even the most sensitive skins can take this particular combination of retinol. You've got 3 really key ingredients here. Hyaluronic acid, which is going to hydrate the skin overnight. We've got the shea butter, we've got the SepiLift technology, we've got the retinol, then we've also got a really clever ingredient called Welagil, which has been patented and tested purely on the skin around the neck and décolletage. So really clever, that combination working overnight to renew your skin slowly while you sleep. Hydration at night is actually very important, because if you can imagine your night clothes, your bed sheets, everything's absorbing the moisture from your skin. So it's really important that you do use a moisturiser, whether it be on your neck and décolletage, your face or your body at night. So again, pea-size amount warmed in the palm of my hands. I'm going to take them from the cleavage all the way up to the jawline, around to the back of the neck, across the shoulder line. You can even take it across the bust. You can take it all over the bust. If you're standing there with no clothes on, it's much easier to do, obviously. But again, a small, fine layer onto the skin that's going to not be massaged in, not over rubbed in. Let it dry on the skin and let it do its magic overnight. So that's your step 3 of your Neckcial by PRAI Beauty.